Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is undoubtedly one of the best ever to play the game of basketball, being the only person to score over 100 points in a game, being insane with his skyhook, and along with all that, he's super fun to play as a center in 2K21 and any 2K for a matter of fact. You've probably played with him in Blacktop or, an NBA game with the All-Star Bucks or Lakers. And he's arguably the best center to ever play. But anyway, if you would like to play with a Kareem build, I'm going to show you how to make one today, and it is super fun. You can hit some super cheesy hooks. If not, you can always go to the good old reliable post fade. The dunk on it is amazing. Rebounding and defense is up there as well. Everything about this build is super strong, especially if you're coming from a build, glass cleaning lockdowns, glass cleaning finishes. Interior forces will all love this sort of build. So let's get into it now. You want to make it a center, of course, right-handed, and 33, the number of Kareem. Now we're going to want to go with this first pie chart up here, the all blue, for the finishing, of course. And we want this because we can see there it has the 95 post hook, Kareem being the hook god that he is. It also has really good close shot and standing dunk, and some really nice post moves. So we're going to select that one. And a lot of people will tell you probably, with the center build, go with the mixed pie chart or something. For this one though, we're going to go down to the second one here. So this is one that focuses on vertical, and we can see the one that's got the biggest vertical actually has the same as this one, but it has more strength, this one. I think personally having more strength is more important, and you will need this if you want to get the title Kareem. This one actually gives you the title Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So you're going to have to follow everything exactly as I do it, because I have done it a couple of times and I've tried to modify it to see maybe if I could modify a few things that you guys might like, and I've had to re-record it because it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You get it under someone else's name, Shaq or something. But to get Kareem, you want to pick this one. And first of all, let's max out that post hook and close shot. We're not going to touch driving layup or standing dunk. You aren't super fast anyway, so it's no big deal. And they don't go very high anyway. Standing dunk, I'm going to leave that for a little while, and I'm going to come down here to shooting, and I'm going to max out my free throw and post fade. Now, of course, putting up your shooting is probably something that you'd be more likely to do. But as you can see, you don't get any badges really from putting up these. And you really want to be hitting fades. That's what you want to be doing, because you're going to be hitting hooks or fades. Now, we have 6 here, which is quite a nice amount. That's 2 golds. However, if you want one more, just pop one on mid-range or 3-point. And there you go. You got 7. That's a nice, easy amount. You could go for more if you want, but that's not going to give you the Kareem build. And it's going to make you have to struggle with something like defense or playmaking. So just put 1 on mid-range, and there you go, 7 shooting badges. We'll go down to playmaking now. Max out those post moves. Max out that ball handle. Max out that pass accuracy. Now we want to just take off some from the ball handle here until we get that nice sweet spot. Make sure that there's no more that you can do there. And there we go, we've got 20 there. I'm going to go down to defense now. Max out our interior defense. Max out our block and our rebounds. That should give us about 11. And now from here we want to go and put the rest into our standing dunk. Now you could take some away, and there you go. Then you could have, chuck that in down here on steel. It doesn't do anything. You could chuck it in here. It doesn't do anything. So it really has no impact where you put these last few. So I'm going to put them into the standing dunk because you want that as high as possible. Now you can go with whatever body shape you would like for this one. Personally, I like to go with defined. I think that's probably what Kareem would be. So we're going to select that, and then we're going to make the height 7'3". Now this is why we pick the vertical pie chart, because as you can see, it really chunks out on the vertical here, dropping down to 50 from 70. That's a 20 point decrease I should say. But the height in this game, a lot of people will be 6'9" or 7 foot. Nothing higher than 7 foot. I struggle to see that. And especially with hooks, it makes you practically unguardable. So you want to max out that height at 7'3". And that also increases your rebounding and your block ability a lot. And has practically no impact on anything else significant that you will be using. Of course, your speed is a bit lower, but that is very manageable, especially with your length. I've seen a lot of people who want to make really, really fast center builds, and that's fine. But this one, it can certainly get to where you want it in time. And of course, Kareem wasn't the fastest player on the court. So 7'3" is fine. You want to continue with that. Now over to weight. We want to go with 164 and make sure it is 164. If you go any lower, 163, when you max out that wingspan, you will lose strength. So make sure it's 164 so that you are getting the best possible. Look at that, 164. We want to max out that wingspan now because that boosts our rebounding. It boosts our block. It boosts our dunk there. Only thing it takes away from is our post fade, but it's still very, very nice. See, there's really no point shortening our arms. It really just decreases everything, and it won't be Kareem. It won't give you that title Kareem. So you want to max out that wingspan. And now, if you've done it correctly, if you've done everything I said, you should get post scorer and glass cleaner. If you have post scorer and what's it called, rim protector, you've done it wrong, and it's not going to give you Kareem. At least not the same as this one. I've tried it many times, and whenever I get rim protector, it says it's someone else, like Shaquille O'Neal or something. So then from here, you can really go with whatever. If you want post scorer to be just dominant with the hooks, that's probably the most Kareem-esque thing. But you know, there's also glass cleaner which you could use to get better at that rebounding. It'll boost it up to a 90, I believe. Yep, a 90. So both those are options. I'm going to go with post scorer for my build here. And then you can see it should come out as a paint beast to make sure that this all works. And as you can see there, shades of Kareem Abdul Jabbar. Now, I'm not going to really tell you what sort of badges to put on your build, but I will give you like a rough outline of what maybe you'd like to put on. So of course, you know, deep hooks is definitely one. Pro touch, again, something you like. Contact finisher, of course. Maybe putback boss, if that's your thing. A lot of these you really won't need. You won't need Giant Slayer because you are like the tallest defender there is. Slithery finisher might be nice to have. Drop stepper as well. Back down punisher would definitely be something I'd consider investing in. And probably consistent finisher too. Because these both pro touch and consistent finisher make the green window bigger, and deep hooks you definitely want on there. You could also put on, you know, some of these other ones if you want. Lob city finisher, cross key scorer and stuff. But that's just something I'd go with. Of course, again, over here, deep fades, maybe dead eye as well. You could go catch and shoot if you want. I don't think so. Corner specialist, probably nice. Flexible release or green machine, also good options there. And don't forget, if you want to do it, hot zone hunter could be quite nice. So you could do something like that. Playmaking. Now, notice there isn't a lot of playmaking badges here to be found. Avoid quick first step. Just avoid it. You're not fast enough to make use of it. So just get rid of that altogether. I would suggest, however, unpluckable. Because people are going to try and steal from you a lot. And unpluckable really, really helps. Even if you only put it on silver or bronze, it is very useful to have. Now, a lot of these other ones are up to you. Of course, your passing is not too high, so you probably don't want to invest in them. Dream Shake works really well. So does Post Spin Technician and Pass Fake Maestro. I really like to use Needle Threader. It works extremely well for passes. You could use Bailout if you want. I don't think you'll need to. Break Starter is one I would really, really suggest putting on. Really good for when you get that rebound and you can make really, really accurate passes, outlet passes, of course. So I'd probably then equip Dream Shake as well. That's just really useful to do some shot fakes, you know. And then from here, Post Spin. You can put on Pass Fake if you'd like. and something else. Maybe bailout, maybe lob city passer. You could put on flashy passer and try to boost it. I don't think you should really go for flashy passes though. It's only got a 60 pass. It's probably more effective just to do normal passes. So you could put on pass fake maestro if you want. If you really want, you could put on quick first step, but it's not going to have a big impact. I'm telling you that right now. Especially if whoever's on you has clamps, they will lock you down immediately. So you just want to put your back to them, Kareem style, you know, post up, back them down sort of thing. And you will bully them with that 95 strength. But we can go with this, that's cool. And we'll do something like that. Now, of course, defensive badges, especially if you're going against lockdowns, they're going to have 30 and they're going to be on Hall of Fame. So how are you going to defend against them? Well, of course, rebound chaser is a must, first of all. Then from here, I would also heavily suggest intimidator. It's a very, very nice badge. Very, very strong. From here, you could probably put on box if you'd like, and brick wall. I definitely suggest putting on at least bronze clamps. It just really locks down anyone that you are guarding, which is really nice, especially when you're, you know, going against those glass cleaning finishers or lob threats that are trying to get those contact dunks. You could also put on some worm if you'd like to try and get a few more rebounds, and rim protector. Of course, they are all bronze badges, so you could do whatever you want here. You could then take them off and go silver like that. You could go bronze, gold. That would work quite well as well. Or you could take this off and put it on rim protector. That would work quite well too. You can box without having the box badge on, so it just increases, it improves your ability, I should say. You can read it right there, but it increases your skill at boxing people out. But you can still do it very, very well, especially with that strength. So I'd probably say run something like this, especially if you're doing a lot of screens. If you're not doing screens, take that off, you know, put on things like this. Maybe you don't want worm, but you could put on maybe that. Maybe that'll work better for you. But here it is, the Paint Beast, Kareem Abdul Jabbar build. Hope you enjoyed it. That's it for this video. I'll see you later.